Hi there, Eric Backer, naturopath. Thank you for coming back and looking at my YouTube channel. I appreciate it. A question that comes through my channel quite regularly is, do Candida cleanse products really work? Are they a scam? Is this just some greasy, slimy, snake oil peddler trying to make money out of people? I get emails like that regularly from people, well, not necessarily the slime ball, but I've had a few of those. But the snake oil pusher, in fact, I get quite regularly through the channel. You're nothing but a scammer. You're a snake oil peddler. All you do is sell crap to people and make money out of it. So that's fine. You can say whatever you want. I don't care. Did you in fact know that snake oil's good? Snake oil's got high omega-3 levels. So if I could get hold of a good rattlesnake oil and encapsulate it, it'd actually be a good product. So there you go. There might be some truth in that matter. Go and have a look at Google on snake oil. Candida cleanse pills do work. But, like anything, they have to be taken at the right time, in the right dosage, and for the correct reason. Okay? I mean, that's like any kind of medication that you're going to take. There needs to be a starting point, there needs to be a finishing point, there needs to be an intelligent approach and use of the product to achieve the end that you're looking for. You can take any kind of pills, but are they going to work? Pills are not really to stay on ad infinitum, long term. I could never understand the fallacy of conventional medicine to put a person on a drug and keep them on it for 40 years. I mean, how dumb is that? It's just stupidity, isn't it? That to me is money making, out of somebody, to keep someone tied to a product, when what you should be doing is encouraging that person to improve their health so they overcome those symptoms and don't need those stupid pills. So any naturopath or chiropractor or Chinese herbal medicine specialist or medical practitioner, anyone in our industry who deals with health, who tells you need to stay on something, is wrong. You don't need to stay on a pill for years and years and years. A supplement needs to be used to achieve an objective. When the objective is reached, you need to reassess why you need to stay on that pill. There are rare exceptions with multivitamins and particularly omega-3 and maybe vitamin D. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about pills to treat symptoms. Okay? Multis are not taken to treat a symptom. You don't have a multi deficiency. If your diet's that crappy that you need a multi, for 10, 20 years, you really need to go and see someone and talk about your diet. So Candida cleanse pills do work, but you need to get the right kind of pill. Okay? Now, I don't care what kind of pill you use. You can look at my supplement range. You can look at Thorne Research, Douglas Labs, Now Products. I mean, there are 50 brands out there. Some brands are outstanding. Okay, I really like many different brands out there. Some brands are not so good, and well, we won't go there with the other ones, all right? Many people I see take too many supplements and for far too long, and they spend way too much money because they're tied to these things. And they'll go from one practitioner or doctor to another and take another pill and another pill and another pill, and before you know it, they're on 15 or 20 supplements a day, and they feel like crap. They don't even feel better. So why would you do that to yourself? It's not a good idea, is it? When you take a supplement for Candida, it needs to be targeted. Okay, and that's why through my channel I've always tried to maintain a level, a scientific level, to encourage people to get their gut stool tested. Okay, a proper microbiology screen, because then we're actually knowing what we're doing. If you're going to take a Candida cleanse without testing and you've got a chronic gut problem, especially autoimmune or inflammatory bowel or SIBO, or you've got something like that, you're mad if you just take a pill. That's like going to a clothes shop and just buying stuff and taking it home. You haven't even tried it on. You bought a size 22 dress, but you're a size 8, and you thought, well, we'll give it a go. It's crazy. Okay? Test and measure, and then decide what you're going to do. It's called the intelligent approach. Candida cleanse pills, in my personal clinical experience, need to be a broad spectrum product that will work on parasites, also bacteria, also Candida. If you're going to just take something like SF722 from Thorne Research, for example, undecylenic acid, it's very antifungal, but it ain't going to do squat for those parasites. If you're going to take wormwood, let's say sweet anise or a herb like that, it's going to be a good one for the parasites because not do a lot for Candida. And I could go on and on with many things. So my recommendation for you guys out there, if you're going to choose a Candida supplement, Choose something that's broad spectrum, okay? Now, if you look at a supplement like I've created, people say, 59 bucks, what a scam. What's this guy trying to do? He's ripping us all off. Well, as I say, the choice is yours, but get something that targets multiple species, and multiple types of dysbiotic issues you've got in your gut. You're going to save yourself money and time because you're most likely going to hit on several areas at the same time. It works way better, meaning you don't need to stay on things for too long. It's better for your tummy if you can achieve your objective sooner rather than later, right? Because then you can get the good bacteria back fast, get the enzymes working properly, start eating normally again. Most people I work with tend to recover within 3 to 6 months if they've been unwell from 1 to 5 years, if they follow the programs carefully, that I recommend. Other people who've been unwell for 10 to 20 years could take a full year or more to recover. Acute patients who've been sick for, say, 4 weeks or a month, they've come back from overseas, maybe on a trip to a third world country, we can usually get those people right in less than a month. So it's like any kind of problem. The sooner you get onto it, the sooner you recover. But my recommendation is make the intelligent choice. Do some testing, pick something that's going to target yeast and a whole bunch of stuff, and it will work. So when Candida pills are applied, they will work. But don't just think of Candida. Think of basically the gut imbalance in general. That's what needs correcting. Get your mind away from one particular thing causing the problem, because it's the imbalance causing the problem. All right? Thanks for the question.